What's up, guys? I've been wanting to do a video talking about my opinions on Sonic Forces thus far, all the way up, like everything thus far since E3. Just really want to talk about this game a bit, and I've been doing that a bit on Twitter, but I feel like I should be talking with my fans about how I feel about this game thus far. But before we even get into it, I want you guys to remember that everything I say is my own opinion, so you should not be getting angry at me if any of my opinions on the game thus far differ yours. So yeah, as far as the game right now, I feel pretty indifferent on what I've seen, and I'm not really feeling negative about it, or I'm not feeling too positive about it. Sonic Mania is what's pretty much keeping me excited between these two games, but I'm not like I don't hate what Sonic Forces is thus far, but I think the good and the bad kind of weigh each other. They're pretty 50-50. Now, pretty much, I don't want this video to get too long, but I'm gonna try and go through all of how I feel about certain things. So I'm gonna try and get it as in depth as I can with this. And why don't we start off with Classic? Now, Classic is like, you already know how I feel about Classic. Why is he here? I'm not really sure why Classic is in this game. They just kind of threw him in. Some people think, myself included, I think that he's just kind of there as like to play it safe with the game and stuff. Because I don't think Sega's confident enough to just do modern Sonic. And the other character, first off, let me say, I think the custom hero. I think the custom hero is pretty. What's the word I want to say? Pretty ambitious. So I think they're kind of afraid to do modern Sonic and like an ambitious kind of take on the side of that. So that's why Classic Sonic's here. So he's kind of like balancing the stuff that they're afraid might flop. But Classic Sonic thus far, man, I'm not really feeling it. I feel like it should have just been a gimmick in Generations. Originally, I was pretty, I guess, excited when we first saw that trailer last year in the summer, but it's not going like I thought it would. I thought we'd see some classic Sonic, and like some new, like just original gameplay. It could be classic Sonic, the 2D stuff, but I want to see some new environments. All we've seen is Green Hill Zone. Why do we keep seeing Green Hill Zone? I've already made a video talking about that before. I just think anyone who is okay with that is pretty much damage controlling the fact that Sega said that this game would be they said that this game would be an original experience, but it has been anything but that regarding Classic for sure. Because we've seen the Egg Dragoon come back as one of the boss fights. Obviously Green Hill. It's just not looking that original, I hope that there's also a screenshot or something mentioning Chemical Plant. Like maybe somewhere in the game they might go to Chemical Plant. Then if they go to Chemical Plant, like, man, this game's pretty much repeating Generations at that point. But Classic Sonic, I'm not really feeling it too much. Y'all might be, but I already felt like I already kind of had like a bad taste in my mouth when I seen him come back, because I wasn't really sure. He kind of stands, like, when I see Classic Sonic, he kind of stands as like a cash grab. Like, he's kind of like Sega being afraid to appeal to the fans rather than the critics. Because if it was the opposite, then we wouldn't have Classic Sonic. Like, we wouldn't have, no one's asking for Classic Sonic to be in modern games. We have Mania for that. So why else would he be back? But so far, as far as what I want to see from Classic, to make it look better in my eyes, is just start making it look original. When Iizuka said that Classic, like the entire game would be an original experience, I was thinking like outside the box with Classic Sonic. I was thinking like maybe we might see some 3D stuff. We might see something different. Classic Sonic isn't just the 2D Genesis stuff. He has 3D Blast. He has like Sonic R, Sonic, what's that game called? Sonic Jam. He has like different stuff that isn't just limited to that. So I was thinking sort of out of the box with that one, and that's my fault for even giving them the benefit of the doubt of this game being super original. But that's just my thoughts on Classic, and I hope that It starts to look a little more original, stop rehashing stuff. Again, they said that this would be an original experience, but why is Green Hill and why is Chemical Plant possibly and the Egg Dragoon from Unleashed coming back? Like, just have some original bosses. It's not that hard. All right, but I guess we'll get on to Modern Sonic next. Modern Sonic, man. I probably feel the most... Modern Sonic, I feel the most, confident about. Because it's a safe gameplay, but it's a gameplay that... It's what we want as far as Modern Sonic. And so far, it looks a bit linear, but I'm not one of those people trashing it for that. And that's mainly because the first cutscene we seen was literally the game introducing itself. Games can do that. You know, some, like, games just can start off, like, really, automated. Like, just introducing the stuff. As you've seen, they were showing the background, the robots and all that shit. They were just showing, like, just introducing the game. My only problem thus far I've seen was just Sonic going to 2D. Like, why do we still have Modern Sonic going to 2D? Because you have Classic Sonic for 2D, and you have the Custom Hero who has 2D. And people are saying, like, thus far what we've seen is about 80% 2D. Like, that, like, everything thus far, there's only been about 20% like 3D boosting, and that has been pretty linear. But I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt on that because it's the first stage. I feel like as you get a little more into the game, it'll be a bit more free as far as like where you can go. I don't think if that's not the case, I don't think this game's gonna be as linear as like the first stage for Modern, because that was really it looked really automated. So I think that'll get a bit better. But so far, I'm liking where Modern's going. I want to see like what are they gonna do with them. If they're gonna keep bringing it back, they have to like do something new with it, because I think every game since Unleashed sort of perfected it in a way. It's only gotten better since. And it can't just sit there and just, you know, be that gameplay where, like, Sega didn't know what to do, you know? Because if they don't improve or, like, do anything new, then it just comes off as that. Like, they didn't know what to do with Modern Sonic. Because they know we don't want Lost World, so they have to do boosts until they can figure out where they want to go with Modern. So I just hope that they bring some original stages, which it looks like they're going to be doing that. I'm not complaining. Chill with the 2D. Chill with the 2D. I don't want 2D in Modern Sonic, because we have two other gameplays that are mostly 2D. Because like both Classic and the Custom Hero have been like, everything we've seen from those two have been like 2D. So why do we need a third one doing 2D? I don't know. But as long as they can keep it original and just sort of introduce some stuff, don't have it as linear as like what we've seen thus far, which I don't think they'll do. If it's anything like, I feel like Generations did it well with like they did Chemical Plant. They did there's a lot of stages in that game that just City Escape. It's just a gameplay that really thrives when it's multiple pathways. So I think Sega's smart enough to like actually take full advantage of that, and I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt on that. So far that looks pretty good. Now here's the big one, and I hope y'all don't get mad at me for it, but the Custom Hero, man. So far the Custom Hero is looking pretty jank. It's looking pretty bad. I don't think it's looking that good, and I hope that it looks better by the time we get the full game, because granted right now it's not finished, the game's not done. So I think it might look better, it might not, but so far it's looking pretty jank, and it's not looking that good. Just everything about it, like just the way you can see the way that the game controls. The way that the game control is like, I don't know. It's like I can tell already that I'm not gonna like that. But there's the little gun gimmick thing where you like use what do they call them, gadgets, which pretty much work like Wisp. I don't really know why they're doing that. Maybe there's something else to it. The only gadget that I like so far is the swinging thing, where it's kind of like Attack on Titan or something. So far, that's the only one I care for, but I don't think the Custom Hero is really introducing anything that much different from when Sonic was in Colors. Like he had like the different wisps that did different things for him. That's all I'm getting from it. It's not looking that original. Maybe they're gonna do some other stuff. Hopefully it looks better, but so far it's looking pretty jank. It's looking like my least favorite gameplay thus far. And honestly, I think it'll get better, but I'm not really sure. Because I don't know what I even expected the custom hero thing to be. When they first introduced it, I was thinking like maybe something like Unleashed, or something that involved a lot of combat and leveling up, like something like that. That's what I thought it would be. And so far, it's just they haven't shown us enough on it, so I can't really have a full opinion on it. But I feel like we've seen enough from it to know what it is. You know, hopefully I'm wrong on that, but so far it's not looking that different from the other gameplays. You know, it honestly could have not even been the game. That's how I feel. But the custom hero gimmick, I think, is cool. Even though I don't really care for custom heroes like OCs and stuff, I feel like that's the biggest thing, and it makes this game just that much more ambitious. Like, even at the end of the day, if I don't enjoy this game, or if I don't think this game is like that fun to play, gameplay wise, I'll always respect the game for being ambitious. It's been the first ambitious game in this entire decade since Unleashed. Like, I feel like that's the last ambitious Sonic game, so I give it credit for that. But overall, like, I just have this feeling that I'm not really gonna like it as much as I think. Like, what is it? Mania's looking a lot better so far between the two games. But I don't know. I'm not picking on Classic, because apparently he was in this game before Mania was being made. But I feel like they're gonna have to introduce a lot more in this game. We're getting really close. We have about 3-4 more months until the holidays, so they're gonna have to start showing us some new stuff. They haven't really shown us anything on this game. The fact that we've waited 4 years, and this entire year, like, this has been the 4th year, so we're 7 months in, and we've literally only seen like one stage for each character. We've seen like one boss. We haven't seen enough on this game, and it's kind of annoying me. But yeah, I think if they're going to be this secretive with the game, it has to be really good. And so far, it's not looking as good as I thought it would. Again, don't be mad if these opinions aren't what you want to hear. I'm just kind of giving my genuine opinions on the game thus far. And so, to end off, what do I want to see this game do to get better? Like, what does it have to do to impress me? Well, pretty much, like I already said about Classic, all they have to do, I don't think bringing back Classic is the worst thing in the world. All they have to do is just bring some original stuff, stop relying on the Green Hills and the classics, all that, like, nostalgia stuff. I think Classic Sonic can be alright in an original environment. Like, I feel like the same way about Mania. They have to chill out with bringing back old stuff. I thought Mania would be 100% original, but they're bringing back a lot of stuff, and it is what it is with that. But Classic Sonic doesn't mean it has to be nostalgia. That's just how I feel about that. So start implementing some new, some original elements for him. Modern Sonic, just make your stages a little more open, you know? I feel like they're obviously going to have some original stages. It's an original game. Start making those stages like different pathways. Make it like Cityscape, or like some shit from that game, you know? I feel like that game was one of the better games, especially Boost games, just because it did the multiple pathways like really well. So they just have to do that. I'm fine with Modern. I feel like it's the easiest to do anyway. So, and what is it? The custom hero. So far, I think all they have to do is they're gonna have to show us more, so I can have an opinion on it. Thus far, I don't know how I feel about it. It's easily like my least favorite, but I'm still pretty indifferent on it. I don't hate it. It just comes off too much as colors for me, like the whole Wisp and stuff. Like, just the Wisp gimmicks. Like, you had certain abilities that you get from them, and you could use it on stuff. I get that from it, and you know, it's not that. I don't know. That's just how I feel. And there's like this one thing where you have like the flamethrower or something. That just comes off as like Smash 4. Tell me it's not just me. Like, you have that like there's that one thing it's like the curry or something. You eat it and it blows up stuff around you. Like, I don't know, this game hasn't seemed that original, even though they keep telling it's going to be an original experience. One final thing is, I feel like this game does not really have a direction going for itself. I feel like Sega doesn't really know what they want to do with Sonic right now, and they had 4 years to figure it out, but I guess they still don't know really what they want to do with Sonic. I feel like every Sonic game is supposed to, what's the word? It's supposed to improve on what Sonic is. Like, every game thus far, I would say, in some sort of way, improve Sonic. Like, you had Sonic 1 through 3 that improved on that sort of gameplay. And then you had the adventure games, which I still think is the peak of Sonic. But I also feel like the boost gameplay sort of, like the adventure gameplay sort of preluded to that, because Sonic only got faster with each gameplay. I feel like this is sort of like the peak for Sonic, so I feel like every boost game should be improving on the last one. Generations definitely seems like it's the peak as far as the gameplay itself. It's not, I don't think it's the best game as far as boost games, but I don't really get, from this game, I really don't get that it's improving anything. I feel like it's sort of regressing, but I can't really explain why. It's sort of like Unleashed and Colors. I feel like Colors was definitely a step back in a way. Like, you know, you had to do button inputs and all kind of stuff. Like it just doesn't feel like it's gonna be topping any of the boost games besides Colors. Maybe I don't think this game is gonna really. I don't think this game really knows what it wants to be, and I don't think Sega has an identity for Sonic going forward yet in their mind. I don't know why they have like 3 different gameplays that are completely different. I still don't know why classics and like a serious modern game, they haven't really explained anything from this game yet. There's always this reason that fans are really, really critical on Sega and kind of pushing them, and that's because Sega doesn't really know where they want to take Sonic themselves. As you've seen, like this entire decade, Sonic has had a super identity crisis. I think since Unleashed he was doing well with his identity, and then he's been like all over the place since. He's been lighthearted. He's been like nostalgia. He's been kind of like the serious kind of tone again, but not really that serious, because you have like dubstep and all these kind of boom looking characters. I don't know. This game, I hope it gets better. That's all I can say. So far, I really hope the best for this game, and I hope it gets better. I'm really nervous about about this game. I mean, we'll have to see how it's looking, but yeah, I have faith in Sonic Team that they will figure it out, make us a great game. Even if this one doesn't do that well, we will see what happens. If this one doesn't do well, they gotta let Iizuka step down. They gotta let him step down, man. But we'll see where this game goes. Again, please don't be mad at my opinions on the game thus far. This is just something I want to talk about, and I feel like I've talked about what I wanted to. So if you're watching, thank you so much for supporting me, and I will see you guys when we start off the classics for the classic countdown to Mania. So I'll see you guys later. Until then, peace out. You have a good night.